Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Hey, I'm Christian Cano. You're the co-host. My buttons are Moms Demand Action, Guns Against Legislation, Healthcare for All, Medicare for All, and also in my heart, Black Lives Matter on behalf of Joe Oldham, who's a guest of ours who passed away last year. That's it.
Hello, this is Jenny James Gunn. I am a community advocate here in Charlotte, North Carolina for LGBT women's rights with the National Organization for Women, gun sense laws with Moms Demand Action, and anything that extends equity to all. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. It is March 12th, and this is the Coffee and Pan Dulce Show, and we have an action-packed show lined up for y'all. We are already mid-March, y'all. 10 weeks into the year, 10 weeks of MAGA craziness, 10 weeks of just sitting back and watching it burn and watching it flopping like a fish on a boat, and it's great. Actually, I'm kind of enjoying this time. I don't have to cringe about Biden falling asleep anymore. Like he can just have a dignified retirement that he deserves.
Yeah, it's good to be on the offense, isn't it?
It's great to just sit back and go, it's all their baby now. And so whatever they do with it, they get all the blame. And we'll play
exactly.
And we'll point it out, we'll laugh about it, and then we'll win the midterms in 2026 and it'll be fine. And anyway, take it away, Christian.
Yeah, as Jenny said, welcome everyone. When you watch this, it's March the 12th. Hard to believe. Spring has already started wherever you are in many areas. So we want to thank those who join us those who watch us on Facebook and YouTube, and the thousands who listen to us on your favorite audio podcast platform. Thank you for watching Jenny and I. It's our 8th season. As Jenny said, this is our 338th show. Whew. Wow. As Jenny said, one day these would just be on a loop. So we want to thank everyone who's joining us. Today's topic is a person that we have not heard from, quite honestly, in a while, but there was a time where he was almost the topic of many of our shows. And so it is Governor Sissy Boots. This is a wonderful nickname that was endeared to him by our fellow co-host, Jenny Gunn. And we want to talk about what happened to Ron DeSantis, our actually, what did we used to call him?
Big Suckus.
Big Suckus. Yeah, that's right, Ron.
Sissy Boots was a little bit more savory than
that's right.
than the other one. For some people who are sensitive to sexuality, I started calling him Sissy Boots just to, I like Sissy of our listeners. So even though the other one is more appropriate.
Yeah, I like Sissy Boots, but I've used the Succus. All right, so we're going to talk about that. But before we do, as we always do, let's jump directly into Barb's current events.
And this is Barb's current events.
Or what we like to call is, are you surprised? Are you shocked? Are you surprised?
Yes,
really?
Exactly. If you watch our last show, we talked about how we should just rename this segment. Are you shocked?
Are you
All
shocked?
right, so here we go. A report has come out on America's dumbest cities, and they ranked America's. They rank. Okay, I got it. They rank America's dumbest cities by. It's not like. Well, I think this is dumbest city by the cities that have the least amount of college graduates. And for full disclosure, you don't have to go to college to be smart. There are a lot of people who have what I call street smarts, or just rational smarts, and education is not just academic. And so, but this is how they list America's dumbest cities. The top 30, 10 of them are in Texas. I just thought I would, I'm not going to mention those because I think Jenny and I would know all of these cities, and we would go, yeah, we would just kind of agree. And very interestingly, as far as the top 10 was like Boston, DC. I think Charlotte, North Carolina was like number 12 or something like that. I can't remember how it ranked in there. But I just thought it was funny because I just had to see, I always look towards the bottom. It's like the bottom 10.
Charlotte's not surprising because I live in 77 now, and I can tell you, Charlotte's a pretty dumb city.
Okay, well, so anyway, so I want to. That's the first. Are you shocked? Barb's current events. The next one, a former pollster of Trump during his 2020 run has released some new polling, and it's now been matched by all the polls. Trump's poll numbers are tanking with his own people. They're not happy with. He was once really strong about the economy. Now they're concerned about the economy, and they feel as if. Are you shocked? Are you shocked? So now they're. Why is gas going up? Eggs have not come down. So are you shocked? That's the one. When you watch this, you'll see all the polls have been coming out. And then the last one here, I thought was very interesting. A CEO in Reno, Nevada, was caught on video. It went viral. Where she was, they were at a McDonald's, and they were in the the McDonald's where you pick up your to-go orders or your online orders. A DoorDasher person pulled up next to her and was on her phone, and the CEO somehow got mad and thought that she was parking there because or whatever, and decided to take it upon herself to have an argument with the DoorDash person. The DoorDash person was a young Latina. She started recording and videoing this person. It was an older white lady. She turns out to be a CEO of a company. And she actually told the lady, "Are you even an American? Is your immigration status?" Yes. So she went all Karen on her, and she recorded her. So after this was done, it's gone viral. The CEO says, your typical stuff. This is not me. This is not in my heart. All the typical stuff. So I thought that was very interesting. She is the CEO of a company called RGJ. The young lady's name was Chavez, and she was working for DoorDash. And anyway, so those are the three current events, or if you want to comment on those, the dumb cities, Trump pollster, and CEO. Jenny, have at it.
First of all, these Karens and these Chads that own companies or executives, they shouldn't be surprised when they get fired. They shouldn't be surprised that people are not going to side with them, or the fact that Luigi's even exist and are taking them out. Like, I don't know what possesses people when they get into a position of power of any kind, especially greedy white people, and they just take it upon themselves to get out of their car, get so pissed about somebody parking in a spot, drive around the block and find another fucking spot. Like, is it that big of a deal? Is your life so small that you got to worry about a brown or black person texting?
Yeah.
And they could be doing their job. It dawned on you, not everybody works in an office. Not everybody has a ivory tower. Some people have to drive for a living to supplement maybe another job. Mm-hmm. I've driven for DoorDash and Postmates myself, personally. And I'm proud of the fact that I worked that hard. It's a lot of work. And so some ivory tower asshole roll up on me, it would not end well. And so it probably this Latina, this young lady,
Yep.
take it very well either, and record her, and then
Post it online.
Internet's forever.
Expose them. That's
Google
right. That's
machine
right.
Forever. Good luck with
What are your
that.
thoughts about the Trump pollster saying that Trump's numbers are tanking and the dumb cities?
Of course they are. First of all, the dumbest cities, 10 of them being in Texas. Texas is always between 44th and 47th in education in every metric, whether it's spending, whether it's. And Texas is a high wealth state. But they were bottom 10 of states on spending per capita. Like, it's a sad amount. It's other states, even equivalent states. They're $4,000 per student below the national average. That means number 26 when they're number 44. That's pathetic considering the revenue that comes through that state. As far as the dumbest cities being in Texas, I mean, that's not a shock. I mean, I could have told that. I've lived in Texas enough. I've lived in all parts of Texas. Not just in college educated, but there's not a lot of there either. They think it's paradise. Texas ain't no paradise. It's a shithole state. It's a flowery state. It's just done well. Just an overglorified trailer park.
You know what's really interesting? I know we're going to take our first break here, but what's really interesting is I'm reading from the Reno Gazette Journal. This is how I got this information. So just like Jenny, before the shows, we do our intense research. Intense research, what pops up on our feeds. And so the young lady Chavez says that when she pulled up into the McDonald's, she said that the lady, the CEO, was in park and she got on her and the lady told her, "This is for mobile orders, you stupid bitch." And Ms. Chavez responded, "I'm sorry, I'm just here to pick up a mobile order." And then she decided to kind of turn away. And then the lady, the CEO, proceeded to say that she's lazy and dumb, the C word, and then start asking her about her immigration status. And that's how they kind of got into kind of an argument and so forth. So that's crazy. Are you shocked?
What? No, because what person wakes up in the morning, and we talked about it on all the other recordings. About nobody wakes up and wants to pay taxes. Nobody's dreaming about paying double taxes. But that's why taxes are mandatory, because we all have to pay into the kitty to support our country. For all the services we receive. Those highways don't build themselves. And the same thing with this is when you wake up in the morning, is your worldview so small and you're so pathetic that you got to worry about who's parked in the mobile order deal? Really?
I mean, and I'm looking at it from both sides here, because I've gone through McDonald's and they've said, "Pull over here, your order is not ready," and I just pull over. And you're sitting in one of the 5 lanes, or depends on where you're at. And then someone else pulls up. I have never gone, well, I wonder if this person has ordered, or this is the part. I've never, I mean,
but what does it matter? So what does it matter? It's like worrying about what somebody else, you don't even know, and you don't even know whatsoever. It's just like homophobia and transphobia. What's your investment in somebody parking in a spot? I'm the same way. If I go to a fast food place, and I the mobile parking lot, I'm going to just keep driving because I'm probably going to go to the drive-thru if they have one. Second of all, I could care less unless they're backing up and not paying attention. About to hit my car would be the only reason I action with that. They would honk. I'd probably get out and beat the brakes off them. But other than that, I'm not going to take my time, my valuable time, and harass somebody, because that's what it really is they think they're entitled to harass people. These Karens throw rainbow clothes off racks in Target during Pride Month. The same that goes and harasses people in a mobile parking spot. The same asshole that says, "Where's your manager?" with their ugly ass hairdo, Looks like that they used a bowl to cut their hair half the time. Who cut your hair? And it just never ends with these, especially older white women.
Yeah.
The air of entitlement that comes from some of them, you go, my God, you need a hobby.
Yeah.
You need to figure it out and keep your crazy for me.
Exactly. Listen, we're up against our first break. We'll be right back to talk more about this right after this.
So we have a great fall lineup, and we encourage you to tune in to many of our fabulous shows, like our Say show, and many more things in October and November as well. Thanks for watching, as always, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, y'all, thanks for watching our spring shows and sticking with us. And we've got a fabulous summer lineup. I hope y'all are excited as I am. And let's enjoy our summers. Hot Girl Summer 2024. See y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all, thanks for watching. And support local black and brown businesses, including our sponsor, Manolo Bakery. That has some fabulous pastries, food, king cakes, all kinds of specialty cakes, swallows, and much, much more. Some of the best food you eat in Charlotte, North Carolina. Again, Manolo's Bakery, right here in East Charlotte. Thanks for watching. Hey, y'all, you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and your favorite audio podcast platforms. You can catch your special editions of Coffee and Pan Dulce, as always. And we appreciate y'all listening. And we're going to do more episodes. We're going to do some zany things in 2025. And most of all, we're going to have lots of fun, as always. Thanks for listening. And look for the new shows. Appreciate it.
Hey everybody, hope you're enjoying the Coffee and Pan Dulce Show. This is me, Yorense, a new host here at the Cannis Media Shows. I will be doing the new show, Espera Que, here at every Thursdays at 7 p.m. on your favorite podcast platforms, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you like to listen to. So, hope to see you on my show and hope you have a wonderful day.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching the Florida shows. They've been wildly successful. Obviously, it's a topic that you guys have enjoyed and wanted to know more of. And we like talking about the dumpster fire. It used to be the state of Florida, and we'll probably talk about it some more this summer. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Hey y'all, thanks for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And one of our big things is that if you missed any of our other shows, we are on Facebook, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple for the most part, and a bunch of other audio podcast platforms. So if you've missed us, come back. The water's fine. Dip on in. It's 85 degrees here in my imagination. But anyway, we have 332 episodes in the tank. You can pull up any of them. And most of all, we have fresh ones dropping most weeks. And we got 3 more shows coming. Be excited. But as always, thanks for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And look forward to the 2025 season. Thanks, y'all.
Hi, y'all. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for watching our Coffee and Pan Dulce show every week. Don't forget, you can watch us visually on our video podcast platforms on Facebook and YouTube. But you can also listen to us on your favorite audio podcast platforms like Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all of the other ones that your favorite, whatever your favorite is. Once again, thank you for watching us on Coffee and Pan Dulce. We'll dance out.
Welcome back, everyone. So the topic today is Governor Sissy Boots. In case you don't know, that's Governor DeSantis in the state of Florida. So, he was in the news a lot when he was running for office, and then he just got killed. He dropped out and all that. I actually had forgotten. And then we did a show called Rest in Peace, DeSantis, because we knew that his days were over. Well, now he's back in the news because he wants to out-Doge Trump. He's saying he's creating a Doge-like thing in the state of Florida. He wants them to look at the university systems, and they're spending money, and they're wasting money, and so forth. And he's also kind of getting into a tit for tat with Trump about the governor's race upcoming. Trump has endorsed the Donaldson, the African-American black congressman who did all this work but didn't get a job with Trump. None of the black people got jobs with Trump. Yes, go figure. And
you mean Tim Scott and his fake marriage so to make him look like straight?
Was all for nothing.
Well, first of all,
yeah.
I hate to gloss over this point.
Sure.
Dude, he's not going to not hire you because you're gay. You may want to look in the mirror and figure out what he does ain't going to hire you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look at his first cabinet.
Yeah.
It looked like a Klan rally.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And his new one looks like a Klan rally too, with a couple of brown people, the Patel
with
in
the
there.
apartheid flag.
Yeah, exactly. With the apartheid flag. That's right. So, do you think that I know that Governor Sissy Boots wants his wife to run? It's this weird. It's really a weird. I know you talked about this a lot during when DeSantis was in the news a lot about how his wife is really the crazy one who kind of operates Governor Sissy Boots. He decides what he wears and all this kind of stuff. So, what is this crazy relationship with Governor Sissy Boots and his wife? And I don't want to say crazy because I think it's great that they're so close with each other, but they're both kind of a little off. And so, what do you have any thoughts? I mean, do you even think about him anymore, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, his wife's the boss. There's no doubt. I mean, like, she dressed him in her boots. I mean, he's a typical sissy cuck Republican. They always sits in a cold steel chair and looks at trans porn, and so she's probably calling all the shots, just like Nancy Reagan did with Ronald Reagan, and was always inserting herself into stuff that she wasn't an elected official. She was just the first lady. Yeah. And this happens a lot, really, with Republican men. Is you see their wife. There are one of two ways. They're either a domestic abuser and they beat the brakes off their wives and girlfriends and mistresses and all this stuff. Or they're closetly gay, Tim Scott and Graham. Or the third option is they're cucks. They are sissy cucks, just like Sissy Boots down in Florida, and the wives, they run the shop no matter what it is. They are the absolute boss. And in the case with Sissy Boots, for sure, it's obvious. Like, she's into all the moms and the moms
for liberty stuff, and
she's a psychopath.
Yeah. So I know you and I have talked about this, and we've talked about this, and I've talked about it in my personal life with other and family members. We talked about, I think, on this show one time. The reason that these moms for liberty, or as you call them, the moms for Liberty, which is based in Florida, Governor Sissy Boots' mom, wife is kind of in that group and so forth. The reason they hate transgender women so much, but also drag queens, and they've got this weird relationship where they see them as competition.
Oh, yeah.
And, here in the state of North Carolina, you watch someone like Trisha Cotham, who's now looks like a drag queen. I mean, you see that hair and all that outrageous makeup. It is she
takes it on. Like, she needs to know a drag queen.
MTG, it's got that crazy drag queen look. She's more of a butch drag queen. Laura Boebert puts the glasses on to be like a smart drag queen. I
so performance.
Yeah.
But even more so, you see these Republican men that are office holders, and you see their wives just dictating everything. Yeah. And you go, well, why did you run for office? Why didn't she run for office? And the answer is most Republican women can't win, because you talk about the party of misogyny. There's a select few, like Bobo, Funbags Boebert, for example.
Yeah.
She's just a figurehead, same way with dumbass MTG.
Yeah.
Those kind of people get the office because they're useful idiots.
Yeah.
And they have no substance. And so they don't care. And also, too, those Republican districts, they're going to vote for whomever. And MTG just happened to be the one that said, I'm applying for the job and I'm loud enough and I'll get enough bandwidth and I'm a good fundraiser because I'll say any fucking thing you hear. And she applies, appeals to the lowest common denominator, and it's very clear that she does. It's the trailer trash component of MAGA Republicans, and that's most of MAGA.
Yeah, it is now. Yeah. All right, listen, if you like what you hear from Jenny, she does have a show that comes on every Wednesday at 11:30. It's called Two Queers in a Truck. Please watch her show and watch all the other two Cannis Media shows that have come out. There's the Tony Foreman Show, which drops every Wednesday at 10 in the morning. And I believe this week, Mecklenburg County Commissioner Mark Jarrell is his first official guest on his show. And then also he has a lady who's coming on his show to talk about the Medicare Advantage open enrollment program and how that people may be able to benefit from that. And then there's another show that we have that comes on drops every Thursday at 7 p.m. It's Espera Que with Urense. If you have not watched that show, watch it. It's a really good show. And he has a guest on that show as well. So we'll be right back on Coffee and Pan Dulce right after this.
Hey, y'all. Thanks as always for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And guess what? As part of our Cannis Media family of shows, we have a sister show that's been running alongside the Coffee Show for 6 years, 6 seasons. And it's Two Queers in a Truck. And in fact, we've been on air, as it says right behind Christian, as we record this, in case you're watching the video version of this. It's exciting. It's a little different. It comes more from obviously the queer perspective because it's Two Queers in a Truck. And we invite you to listen to it. You don't have to be queer to listen. And I promise it most likely will not give you scabies. I can't 100% verify that, but it's just a medical rumor started by me, actually. But anyway, come out and check us out on our sister show, Two Queers in a Truck, and all the exciting 2025 new shows on the Cannis Media family. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hey everybody, hope you're enjoying the Coffee and Pan Dulce Show. This is Urense, one of the new hosts here at Cannis Media, doing a new show, Espera Que. Where here I am talking all the great issues that are happening in our great country here in the USA of 2025. I'm mostly going to be working and talking about Latino men issues, but I hope anyone can come by and hear me rant about how annoying our government is. We will be here every Thursdays at 7 p.m. Hope to hear from y'all soon, and see you at my show.
Up next is Two Queers in a Truck with Jenny and Christian. And hope you guys tune in. We'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back, everyone. Don't forget to join all 3 of those shows, including this one, on the Cannis Media Network. All right, so we're going to jump directly into the Pendejo Chronicles.
And this is the Pendejo Chronicles.
The winner again for the second straight week is Elon Musk. If you have not heard by now, which it's if you're watching this show, I'm sorry, if you're listening to this show, you can't see what I'm looking at. And it was all right. So you remember those weights?
The shake weights?
Yeah, the shake weights. So visualize the shake weights. Okay. That's what Jenny was doing. Okay. Elon Musk, Sissy, what's his name? Sissy SpaceX. Elon Musk, also known as Sissy SpaceX, sent an email out in his Doge committee again, and he has now extended the deadline. And if this is passed, because by the time you watch this, it would have happened. He's now giving the federal workers an extra 48 hours to report 5 things they do. Of course, it doesn't apply to some of the divisions. Anyway, it's all kind of crazy. So he gets the Pendejo of the week because he tried to double down as being the dick boss. One of cures. Do you have any comments on that, Jen? I mean, I know we keep saying, how far can this go? Well, it'd be interesting to see. Any comments on that email that got sent out?
Well, the truth is, these guys just think they're in charge, and there again, there's these checks and balances. There is this issue that I think a lot of the idiots of MAGA don't understand. You can't just do what you want when you want, and people are going to call you out on it. It's not like you're not going to get that screenshot and posted by federal workers. It's not going to be seen because, first of all, it's an insane dick move. It's illegal. You're asking them to work on the weekends but not paying them. It's not going to happen.
Sure.
Or here's the other workaround. You write down 5 things you did do that week. You chat GPT the answer, and you just jam up the email server. What they did, like the old 10, 12 million, government employees, all the military just need to chat GPT their answers, and just send them like 20 million things, and I'm talking about just jam it up, and just take that Doge server down.
Well, that's a good point because actually, Mark Cuban, who I really a fascinating guy, I follow him on Blue Sky. He actually said he wanted to. He kind of sarcastically posted, "I bet you that those 5 things will never be read by anyone." No. First of all, they can't do it. Even AI can't read all of the millions of federal workers' responses, and so it's really just to have something as a backup. To say he fired this person because of this. It's almost like providing documentation or something like that. So anyway, it was a very dick move. I completely agree. All right, so we're going to end the show with the Jenny Award of the week.
And this is the Jenny Award.
Okay, here we go. The Jenny Award for March the 12th goes to the American people. The American people are standing up and fighting back. I actually attended a rally in Boone, North Carolina, which for those of you who aren't familiar, it's up in the mountains. I attended a rally here, and there was 2 people that went to the rally who had never been to a rally in their life. And I want to thank them for going to the rally. It was supporting Supreme Court justice here in North Carolina that is being challenged. She actually has won the election, but the Republican, go figure, is challenging 62,000 votes once they throw them all out. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. So I want to thank the American people for continuing to stand up, and we have to do more of that. And I know when you watch Jenny's show, Jenny has some great strategies on how we're going to beat, possibly turn Congress around and be able to hold people accountable. But I'm curious what you think about what the American people are. I know, Jenny, that you don't always feel like they're doing enough. It almost, the sense that I got from the people at that rally is they're waiting for people to lead them. They're waiting for people to tell them, this is what we need to do. Almost like the Women's March in the early days of Trump. You remember all the women's marches had gathered and so forth. So I'm curious if you have any pointers or tips for our viewers and listeners on how they can stand up and join the resistance, so to speak, against the MAGA movement. Do you have any tips?
Well, I think we have to wear them out like they do us. I think we got to be real selective on the battles we fight. We don't need to do the real fatiguing ones. We need to point out the ridiculous ones, the really obvious ones, like this email. These are the things that we gotta say. That's a dick move. Firing veterans is a dick move. We've got to take away people's health care is a dick move. Reversing the Biden administration's Build Back Better $35 cap on insulin is a dick move. It serves no purpose. The cap cost on the research that went into insulin was recovered decades ago. There's no reason. It takes almost no money to make insulin. It is so cheap, it's not even funny. It's a few dollars worth of chemicals. At $35, they're still turning a profit. So these kind of things, you got to grind it up. And like this congressman that beat up his mistress or whatever she was.
Allegedly.
Those are the things you got to run on loop. Creepy things that they do. What we talked about earlier, about we got to keep these creepy things on blast. These are the kind of things that you just run on a loop you talk about the abuse of Sissy SpaceX versus his trans daughter. You don't let that leave the news cycles. You show the hate that they have for people, and you keep on grinding. You keep on going after the worst parts of what they've done. Mike Johnson and his masturbation app, and the fact that his accountability coach to keep him from masturbating is his own son, his teenage underage child, a child. Imagine that leaking out, and you go to school.
Yeah, well,
if
but
you're
you know
a 14-year-old boy, and that got out. Let me tell you something. Nobody is gonna. I mean, teenagers are like rabid pit bulls.
Yeah,
like they're going to be like a dog on a bone on this, and you not. I mean, no pun intended, but kind of. And winky face. There's probably a lot of bones of contention when it comes to being linked to your father, a famous congressman, about being your masturbation accountability coach. The fact that even exists.
Yes.
The Speaker of the House wife.
Exactly. The fact that it exists is crazy.
House. Yes. We did to our God. This should be played on loop.
Exactly.
Floating cartoon bubbles going, hey,
I completely agree.
Would you like to be my masturbation buddy? I need to stop masturbating because my wife said so. Your mom. Could you join this app with me and be my masturbation?
Yeah.
First of all, I can't even believe that's legal that a minor can have that app on their phone linked with an adult parent.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's an excellent point.
Where's the checks and balances? But second of all, that's just cringy to the point where it makes me nauseated. It's just like, I would want to think about my parents.
So imagine first, imagine. I know we're preaching to the choir here, but imagine for a second if when Joe Biden had decided to run for office in 2020, if he had said, or it had leaked out that Hunter Biden was his masturbation accountability coach. Imagine for a second that had leaked out. That's crazy shit.
Well, you're talking about kill. That should kill a re-election chance.
Exactly.
But yet this jackass got re-elected last year.
Yes.
You go. Wow. First of all, the voters.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It is.
It's wild. It's wild.
Are you shocked?
MAGAs are worth. Yeah. Are you shocked? Well, we're not. Because also Boebert got elected to Congress. MTG. All of these people. So it's not shocked that they're getting
you got a swinger, a swinger. You got a hussy. That's a good. Yeah, that's a good term. You're not from Texas.
And if Madison Cawthorn wouldn't have pissed off Republicans in the Republican leadership talking about cocaine parties and orgies, which happened.
Yeah.
It's
a crazy world.
Yeah, they just had dirt on him, and they said, "Oh, he's hitting too close to home."
Yeah, that's right.
We need to take him out in assassin style? They primaried his ass. He gone.
Yeah,
he moved to South Florida. That good dude, that creepy dude, moved to Florida.
He got away. All right, listen, that's our show. We want to thank you for joining us on this show. The next show that we air is going to be the last show, I believe, of March, and we don't have a title for it yet. But I'm sure we'll come up with the title. So we want to thank everyone who watches and joins us, and so we'll see you next week on Coffee and Pan Dulce. Oh, I forgot. Any last words, Jen? I mean, you got a lot going on in your life.
Yeah, I think we said it up.
That's right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, y'all, thanks for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And we are rocking out March 12th. Wow. We appreciate you listening. As always, this podcast is all about y'all. And hopefully y'all do go on our Facebook and give us some input. At the very least, see the fireworks with the MAGAs as we slay the dragons of MAGA. And most of all, thank you so much for being the ever loyal listeners that you are. And we'll see you next week. Happy March, y'all.
Happy March. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Hey, thanks for listening to us as always on Coffee and Pan Dulce. And just to let you know, we're on all the audio podcast platforms. So working out or whatever, you can just listen to us. Or if you want to see our bright, shiny faces, we're on YouTube and Facebook. You can even be fans and you can comment on our shows on the Facebook platform and drown out the people who don't actually listen to the show but like the flies. But anyway, we appreciate y'all and very much, and keep on listening so that Christian and I are just not sitting here talking to ourselves. Have a great year. Next up, thanks for watching Coffee and Pan Dulce. Next up is Two Queers and a Truck. Stay tuned.
Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Sounds
You
great.
sounded like a telenova. I mean,
I'm trying this. All I have to say is go. Yes.
as a non-Spanish speaker.
All right, Jen. Governor Sissy, let's kind of talk about where has he been and how he's trying to kind of outdo Trump to get, because he's not in the spotlight anymore. So we'll kind of talk about that. All right. Okay, Jen, when we come back, we're just going to jump directly into Panejo Chronicles and the Jenny Award. And if you want to talk about more of the moving the goalpost, and that's it for us. All right, here we go.